That's more insulting than Ban Ban being here as that Funko game, bro.
I'll just show Baby around.
What? What? There's no... I just vomited my coffee! Yup, that's me, forever known as the Marvel Vomit Boy. But I guess it worked out, because thanks to Capcom, I was able to play...
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics!
Yes, at EVO this year, I was given a special play session with this collection and the 3 games that were available in it, that being X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and of course, X-Men Children of the Atom. We had a pretty limited play session with the build, and there were some things that we were just not allowed to show. One of the things we were allowed to show was this really cool marquee art that's been scanned into this collection. So if you've ever seen the arcade versions of these games, it sort of goes around the screen, tells you how the characters move, so it's very cool that it's here, very nostalgic. On the note of nostalgia, these games I have not touched in a very long time. I grew up with them as a kid, but I have not really played them all too much, so the gameplay quality is not going to be the greatest. I'm not a pro at this game. But I hope that it's good enough and it just showcases what the games look like. Speaking of which, there are several display filters that are available in the collection. I sort of filter between all of them. There'll be a little letter on screen indicating which one I have on, so you can sort of decide which one you like the best. So without further ado, let's get into our first game, that being X-Men Children of the Atom. So X-Men Children of the Atom is actually a game that I really have not played at all until I tried it for this collection. I know of the legacy of this game, sort of what helped bring the Versus franchise forward. This and the Punisher arcade game, which was not available in the build that I had played, but will be in the final product. So yeah, I don't really have any experience or knowledge of this game, but I do know a lot of these sprites and these characters would go on to be used in, countless other Versus games. My gameplay is just going to be pretty much my first time going through it. I tried out Silver Samurai, I tried out Omega Red. The game feels very, weighty, slower. I'm sure you could do some crazy things, but in my experience, it definitely was, you can sort of feel the humble beginnings of this game. The damage in this game is also insane. Storm does, 2-hit combos to me, and, it just decimates my health bar. Storm, of course, great in this game. When isn't Storm good in the Versus game? But yeah, I enjoyed my time with it. I definitely want to sit down and sort of figure this game out because it just feels so different compared to the other Versus games. Now, I do know that Juggernaut, Magneto, and Akuma are all in this game. You can play as them. It does say so on the website that the hidden, the boss characters, secret characters are playable. I wasn't sure how to select them or if they even were selectable in this build, but I do know that they are in this game, that you can play as them, so just keep an eye out for that. And yeah, not much to say besides, I go between some of the filters. Oh, I also forgot to mention that the Japanese versions of all the games are included. I don't know if there's any differences with any of them, but they are there, which is just a little nice detail, so... Something else I had forgotten to mention is that you have a one-button special move option. I believe on the PS5 controller I was using, it was tied to L1. So, yeah, it lets you do a special move with just a touch of a button. Pretty nice for me because, this game I hadn't ever really played before. Also, I'm sure it's nice for newcomers who just haven't played these games or, if there's one that they're not familiar with. So, again, just using it in the arcade mode, who cares? I believe it's disabled for online, or, you can disable it for online, so you don't have to worry about people running that stuff if you're trying to play serious matches. But yeah, just nice that it's there. I definitely used it a lot during this gameplay. Something that I was not able to show in my time with the game was the training mode. I'm sure if you've seen other people's gameplay previews, you've seen some of that training mode. I do know that there is a hitbox viewer in it, which is really cool because that's never really been officially, available for these games in any capacity. And what else is nice is that, the training mode is going to be in every game in the whole collection. So you will be able to lab out as much as you want. But yeah, sadly I did not get the time to try it out for myself. But yeah, I'm going to let this gameplay rock, and I will see you with the next game, which is going to be...
Optic blast.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter!
Man, seeing that intro play out, the handshake that changed everything after so long, got me really emotional, I'm not gonna lie. So, X-Men vs. Street Fighter is definitely the game of these three that I've played the most just on my own time. It's actually the first traditional fighting game I ever played. My local ice rink had an arcade with this game, and this was before I knew any Marvel characters, before I knew any Street Fighter. I just thought it looked like the coolest game ever. I heard Rogue's theme, and I was like, this is incredible. I thought it was the coolest game ever. I mean, I still really love this game. And yeah, it feels great. So I'm used to playing this game on arcade, and I did have an arcade stick as an option, but it wasn't set up, so I didn't want to like waste time trying to get it working. So I played on controller. Felt great though. All my buttons felt responsive. It felt really good to do all my rush punches as Rogue and steal people's moves and, you know, do my slashes as Sabretooth. Yeah, so control felt great. The music just crisp as ever, man. The presentation was good. Something else I forgot to mention is that the borders on the side are also changeable. They have like 3 borders for every game, so I sort of go between those as well. Yeah, just nothing much to say about this game that, you know, I can't really elaborate much on else. It just feels fantastic, and yeah, there is one other toggle that's in this game. I think it's in some of the others that have this issues. There's something called light reduction. So if you've ever seen older gameplay of this game, some supers and parts of the intro, like it just flashing white lights, just can bother the eyes, especially if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. So you can turn it off or you can keep it on. I turned it off for my gameplay footage, but if you're a purist or, you know, that stuff doesn't bother you, it is there for you, which I think it's nice that it's a toggle. One of the funny things is I did go through the filters. I did find the filter that's like the pixel smoothing, and I just like turned it off immediately because it was so goddamn ugly. And if you play with that mode on, God help you. But yeah, you're about to see me swap to it here. But yeah, other than that, no, I have no real notes. Just felt really great to play this game again after so long. I'm very excited to play more of it when the collection comes out. And yeah, I'll let the rest of the gameplay speak for itself. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you for the next game. So, we're finally here.
Capcom presents heroes.
To say that this game has a legacy would be like an understatement of the century, but you already know. Marvel 2, it's finally here. It is in the hands of the people. Well, will be soon when this releases. And, yeah, this is so exciting. Now, I picked my main team for this. I didn't really get that much gameplay because this is the last one that I tried, and I spent a lot more time on X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Sorry, I didn't grow up with this one. But I have played it, you know, a handful of times, and I do really enjoy it. Everything felt great in this game. I was still doing my Rekkas with Hayato, my charge moves with BB Hood, you know, my beloved, but yeah, the gameplay felt great. Now, there was a weird thing, I don't know if it was like my controller, but tagging characters in and out was really weird. I was pretty sure I was hitting the right button to do so. You know, I checked the move list a few times, and calling assists, like, would happen, but like hard tagging in, it just wasn't happening. I don't know if it was like, it was just an issue with my controller, but I heard that some other people who played the build either on the show floor or this version were just having issues with the controller, so I'm sure that it was something that will be fixed, or it just was a setting with the controller that, you know, that I just didn't find out how to fix. But yeah, there was that little small issue, so that's why you don't really see me tagging characters in or out, just due to that. But I'm sure that's, if it is something that's with the game, it would be obviously fixed before release. So yeah, other than that, I do have it on good authority from people who have way more knowledge of this game, is that they actually did patch out some glitches. There are some ways to soft lock the game with BB Hood and Ruby Heart that apparently don't work anymore. So this is like a modified version of MBC2, the arcade port at least. There's another bug with like Juggernaut where he has like a permanent power-up, for example, that also seems to have been patched out. So yeah, that's basically my experience with this game. Like I said, I don't really know too much in depth about it. That's best safe for people, you know, who've played this game way more than me, but just some small things here and there that I could share with you. That being said, yeah, I really hope you enjoy the rest of the gameplay and let this rock, and I will meet you at the end just to share some closing thoughts.
You got that killer instinct.
I wanna take
Get ready to kick butt. Engage. win.
So my overall closing thoughts, very, very positive. It felt great to have these games just in my hands again after so long. It's such in just like one, collection. The presentation is great. I loved all the little bells and whistles they added. Capcom always does a great job with their collection. This is seeming to be not, any exception. So yeah, I just want to thank Capcom again for giving me the opportunity to play this game early for you guys. Really want to thank my friend Maple who helped me capture the footage, and I also want to thank you for watching. So once again, I hope you all have a great day, and it's MAHVEL, baby. Let's go!